Alright, for all intents and purposes, my name is Gennady. I'll be unboxing my new motherboard, the Asus P9X79 workstation LGA 2011, the Intel X79. I just got this in the mail, and I'm going to unbox it. There should be nothing in here except the board itself, and following the unboxing, I will be installing the board, starting with the standoffs inside my Cool Master half-ass first. So I'm just cutting open the sides. Nice little invoice in here. It should have been on this side, but it isn't. Invoice. Okay, opening up the box, and here it is. So it would be a little bit bigger, however it is not. P9X79 workstation. Nice box. I've seen a lot of other YouTube videos have the same box, so we're on the right track. Hopefully it comes with a manual. Oh look, it's almost a brand new set. They told me that they were going to ship me nothing but whatever. They just told me they were going to ship me the board itself. So this is the SLI bridge. These are your SATA 3 connectors. You can see SATA 3 SLI bridge, which I already have. I ordered off eBay. This is the VGA connect cable through the PCI slot. Okay, this is probably the SATA 2 connectors. That's pretty cool. Another set of SATA 3s. Few connectors, which I also already have because I ordered separately because I didn't think they were going to come with it. What else do we have? Another set of SATA cables. Looks like power cables also. Power. SATAs. This to me looks like HDMI and USB. Could be wrong. This is our faceplate. Is it? Oh, hold on. This is the other SLI connector. What does it say? Yeah, 4-way NVIDIA SLI. Yeah, this is the hard SLI. The other one is a soft SLI. This is our motherboard drivers, which I downloaded on the other CD, but it's great to have the OEM drivers. We have our user guide. This is our user guide. Pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Pretty good to have. I think I'm going to ground off at this point before I touch the motherboard, just to be safe. I don't care, it's my first time installing a board. So I'm going to get into my little case here and just going to ground off on my computer case. Pretty sure some of you would say otherwise, not to do it like that, but you know what? It does come with a protective sheeting just like any other product that comes in a box, anti-static, but I'm just gonna take precautionary measures here and ground off before I touch the board. It is a $300 and some odd board, so there it is. And the creme de la creme, here is our Asus board. Comes in its own anti-static little bag, and looks like everything's here. Has 4 PCI slots. 4, 5, 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. You can't see it on the website that there's 6. It only looks like it has 4 because those are the 4 colors that stand out. There's actually 2 more. The top one's obviously for your graphics, and that one's for the graphics, that's for the graphics card, and the rest of them are kind of like in betweens. One of the reasons I chose this board is because of all the RAM slots and the PCI slots. So everything looks to be intact. I'm going to open it up, place it on top of the box so I can inspect them more for any bent pins. Like I said, I'm already grounded off, so. Alright, here we go. Let's inspect this good old board. Pins look really in good condition. They posted it as a used board, which over here in the corner I could kind of tell these pins are a little bit bent. Not by much, but that's a fan controller anyway. We don't care about that. 4-pin configuration. What else? Well, the rest of the pins looking in pretty good shape. Yep. And again, this is the power, this is the reset, and USB 3s, SSD caching for your solid state drives, regular hard drives, the econo mode and regular turbo mode here. Pretty much this looks like a near mint board to me. Alright, so next I'll be doing the installation into the chassis. Let me get all this good stuff out of the way. Now I probably should be using a workbench or something, but guess what? I'm ghetto. I don't have a workbench. So I'm going to move this out the way to the left off the camera. I'm going to be moving my half-X and the accessories that came with, which I'm glad it came with, because now I don't have to wonder what else am I supposed to have with this damn board. And this is the half-X. I already have the modular 1000 watt OCZ in it. Spent a pretty penny on that. These are all the case wires, modular power wires obviously. And I don't know much, but I do know that this son of a bitch is a big board, and we're gonna put standoffs in it. Right now it only has 2. Let me get this flashlight. Okay, so it has 1, 2, and I think when I put this board in, it's gonna take up the toppest and the lowest, the highest and the lowest. Pretty much the whole back wall is going to be taken up. So top corners, bottom corners, middle corners, yeah, they all have standoffs here. So I will proceed. I'm going to take off the shield, the static shield, because it's just a pain in the ass at this point. Move the camera so you guys get a little better view of what's going on in here. Alright. Standoff time. Got my bag of goodies that came with the board. I mean the case. Here they are, providing a lot of little standoffs. I wish I had a freaking headlamp though. But like I said, it's important to position the board, know where you're going with it. Wires should be all tucked in. Not like I have it here. Alright, standoffs. These are down, and they just simply go up in the farthest reaches of your board. There's also letters here. I'm going to assume I'm not going to go by the letters because they're just crazy. I'm just going to fit into these holes right there. I'm just going to hand tighten them. As I've seen from other videos, it's not good to use any sort of devices on the board because you might crack something. So I'm going to go with this. One goes on L. And like I said, the middle of the board also has two spots for the standoffs, which would be E, and those are the middle standoff posts. So it's two tops, two mids, two bottoms, I believe. Actually, there's side rails too. I mean, side posts too. So this should be interesting how it plays out. I think I'm just going to install all of the posts. I might. Because the way it's showing it really makes no sense. But I'm going to do what I think is best for the board. And I know 3 go on top, 2 in the middle, it looks like on the board right now. 3 on the bottom. 3, 2, 3. So that's how we're going to run it. 3 bottom, 2 middle, 3 top. And hopefully I have enough of these standoffs to do that. Well, I should also note that I do have the chip, which I'm going to bring to the camera right now. This, one way or another, has to go into the board today. It's not a hard install. I was advised to put the chipset in before you put the motherboard in, because then there's going to be overcrowding inside the case, which I don't see a problem in this case. But I'm going to do it anyway that way. This guy doesn't want to go in. Come on. So I'm going to try a different standoff. Maybe it's just this weird size or it's right wrong. It looks like is going to be a pain in the ass. I'm just going to take these nice little needle nose pliers and kind of, you know, slowly put a little bit of pressure to have it come all the way down just like the rest of them. Alright, there we go. One standoff being higher than the rest. Lopsided board starts to warp under all the heat. That ain't no good. Okay, that should do it for that. Now I'm gonna let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just checking that have enough on my motherboard. I have enough up there. And I can maneuver into place. Okay. So now I'm going to strap back in. Alright, ground it off. Now, then I'm going to try to position it into place and see if I got the standoffs right. Let's see. Yep. Well, kind of. The last one looks like it needs to be gently coerced into its hole. Yeah, okay. So the standoffs are good. The standoffs work. They're in the correct position. I can see them through all holes. I just missed one standoff in the middle. I'm going to take the board out and I'm going to put that standoff back in. Then I'm going to put the chip in. I'm also going to do that unboxing. And then I'm going to put everything together. So it's 3 on top, 3 in the middle, 3 on the bottom. And that will take up the biggest configuration that this case allows. So glad I got the half-X. Good board. And now to one of the more important features. I'm just going to put the wires back in here for a second so I could put the board with its box on top of the case. Alright. That looks good to me. Okay, so let's see what the camera angle looks like here. A little bit off camera. Alright. Alright, perfect. Okay. So right here is the protective cover for your CPU chip. It's black. You can go on YouTube and see other videos. Shows you how to take this thing off. I already saw, and it doesn't take a genius. One of the pins pop off like that. If you ever done any sort of like minor electrical work, you understand this is very simple thing. The other one pops off like that. They go on both opposite ends. This one is supposed to pull the whole thing up, but okay. Look in here, just making sure that nobody messed this part up. The pins. Let's look. Everything looks to be in order. So now we're just gonna pop. We're gonna pop this black protective plate thing off. Right there, boom. So now that the pins are exposed, I'm gonna go ahead and open up while I'm grounded off, still grounded off, no static electricity. Open my Intel i7 core processor. It's the i7-3820. And the seal's still there. You know, here's your little thin jig. So I'm gonna pop it open. Use an X-Acto knife so I carefully don't damage anything. It's the first time I've opened it since I got it 2 weeks ago. Okay. And then bum 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 bum. We have our little processor booklet, which I'm just going to skim over quickly. And then we have the chip itself. Obviously the gold pins go on top of the other pins, and it should work. Okay. 3-year warranty. Yep. And it just shows you how to open it, which I just did, how to take the protective case up, which I just did. Then it shows 3 little boxes, 4 little bezels, if you will. Well, it doesn't take a genius to know which way it goes down. Obviously the gold things go to the pins, and the back plate that says Intel Core i7, and it's a little gigahertz, which is 3.6 standard, and that's the way it goes face down. And I think that's all this thing is saying. If you're dumb, there's little diagrams. That's the way it goes in. Then you close the... yeah, anyway. I'm going to slowly take this apart. Again, I'm checking that I'm grounded off still, so there's no electrostatic bullshit going on. Let's screw and open this guy up. Alright, here's the chip. It's in its little pocket case. Just going to slowly open it, grabbing it only by the sides. I'm just going to check one more time on the diagram to make sure I'm not missing the fact that it's supposed to face a certain way. Let's say where the little hole is on the back. It should be facing that way, that little hole. So I'm going to assume that if it's like this, it'll be like this. Showing the hole like that. Okay, wait. If that shows it's open. So I'm looking at it like this, right? Then it should go in like, but it's showing the hole here. No, it could only go this way, because I'll tell you why. Because it's vertical. And if I'm looking down at the board, I'm supposed to be able to read the back plate. So you know what? I'm going to slowly take the chip out. And from what I understood, that if you put the chip in correctly, supposed to make a little click. Can't go in this way, obviously, because it doesn't fit like that. Okay, that's. Oops. No. I'm gonna go with. How about this configuration? Nope. Okay. That went in with no effort, so I'm going to assume it goes in this way. I'm just going to press down lightly on the board. And I guess it doesn't even have to click in, it's just in. Alright, I just dropped right in. No movement. I'm going to put it back the same way I took it out. Snapping it in. Okay. Just checking that there's no room. I mean, there's no wiggle going on. And there isn't. So I'm going to assume the chip got installed perfectly. Okay, next step. Take the board, put it in. I'm going to take the wires out that I put in here before. How are we looking on the camera? Alright, yeah, we see the chassis. I'm going to take those wires out that I had put in the case so I could use the case as a tabletop. And we're going to install the motherboard inside the case. Now, I already have the faceplate or dust cover, whatever you want to call it, inside. So, I don't have to do that part. I'm going to take the board with the chip and set it in here slowly. Okay, it's in. Now I gotta find the screws. I am going to assume that we are going to use these little black screws because I don't see any special ones unless. How many of these do I have? One, two. I'm confused, but I don't think if I use the black ones I'd be wrong for using it. I'm just gonna go with the black ones. Got my trusty old driver here. Let's see. You know what? I think I got a smaller screwdriver than this. This bitch is too bulky. I stick my freaking anything in there. Small screwdrivers, not magnetized. perfect. Okay. Okay, so the small black screws don't fit. What about these guys? Let's see if that screws in. Seems to have screwed in, I'm not gonna lie. But is it really holding it? I don't know. Maybe it is the little black ones, because there's this key, or what looks like to be a key, that goes on top of it. I don't know. Don't know. I'm just gonna scare it this way. If I find out something different or that it uses different screws, then I'll just switch the screws. But right now it seems to be holding. Okay, and that's good. Let's see. Yeah, so basically I'm just doing it in a zigzag pattern, as I was told. Drop that one. I guess the good thing about these standoffs is that they don't let you tighten it to anything past just hand tight. You can't close the screw down on the board. So, can't break anything or damage anything really with these tiny screws. And everything seems to be fitting perfectly as of now.